Well,
Okay.
well, Kathleen, here we are again.
Okay.
I go back to when you came
Heat.
to Dallas-Fort Worth, Body Heat, and not too many
81,
people
82.
knew you. Yeah, it was 81.
Yeah.
They knew you from the doctors.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And the joy of my work is being able to follow the career of someone who starts like that and has gone to the top many times as you
Thank
have.
you.
It's great.
Thank you.
It really is. The War of the Roses.
Yeah.
Quirky, wonderful movie.
Oh, God, I'm glad you think so. I saw it 2 days ago for the first time, because I don't like to see my work until it's all finished. And I really liked it. I was very impressed with Danny. You know, I mean, I thought his directing was excellent when we were doing it. Bossy, you know, bossy, very pushy, but good. But in the way he cut the film, and well, you know, he didn't back off or apologize at all. It was pretty brave.
That was the word I felt. What a brave, gutsy, I think was what I was really saying. What a gutsy movie this is for all of you.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, well, Barbara and Oliver, Michael Douglas plays Oliver Rose, and I play Barbara Rose. And, well, they were quite a challenge, I think, because they are, you know, ultimately not very pleasant, certainly not thoughtful or considerate people in any regard. But you don't wish to lose the audience's investment in the character. You know, you want them to stay with you. So we couldn't be so absolutely ridiculously awful that people would just hate us automatically. And besides, I think both these characters have some rightness to them as well. I mean, they go much too far. Everything in this film goes too far, right? Too many Staffordshire figures, that kitchen, give me a break, you know? But everything's a little too big, a little too much, you know, which is the comedy, but, you know, but very effective that way.
Has your husband seen the movie?
Yeah, he saw it with me the other day.
So what was his reaction?
I loved it. He really did. He said he was really glad that I wasn't Barbara.
You don't throw China.
No.
How does it impact, though, on your husband is not in show business.
No.
And you're just an actress who just keeps getting offered so many wonderful things, you can't turn them down.
Would?
And
Oh, yes,
now
I
that
can.
now that you have your child, how does he cope with all this?
Well, very well. I must give him full credit. Like when we were shooting War of the Roses, I was here for 4 months. So we brought Rachel, my daughter, and I rented a house, you know, near the studio. And he would fly out. He has his own business. So he would fly out every week. He'd stay every other week, a week here, a week in New York. And we set up an office for him here, you know, with fax and phone lines and everything. So he had to get up, you know, he had to be in his office at 6 here, you know, because of New York time. But he would just run it from here every other week, which seemed to work fairly well for him. And gosh knows, it's wonderful to have Daddy home, you know, to have him with us. And now I'll go on stage. I'm going to do Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I'm going to do Maggie on Broadway. So I'll be home for 6-8 months. Just go to work in the evening, come home. Perfect.
Who else is doing Cat on a Hot Tin Roof?
Charles Durning is doing Big Daddy.
Ah.
And Polly Holliday is Big Mama. And Daniel Hugh Kelly is Brick. That's pretty good.
So when does this open now?
I start rehearsal next week. We'll open, well, we go out of town first. We're going to do the whole old-fashioned, the whole thing, you know, Boston, Philadelphia, you know. And then we'll come into New York in February and open, I think, March.
Are you playing Dallas by any chance?
No, honey.
Ah, I wish we got a great
It's
legit
too far
theater.
away. I want to stay home.
Okay. Tell me about the chandelier scene. Up there for how many days?
Ay, a lot. It was actually kind of scary. It was one of the first stunt sequences I've ever done where I really did get scared. I really did. And I was surprised because I usually am quite reckless in that way. And then my makeup man actually said, I was saying, I can't believe how scared I am. And he said, well, is this the first major stunt you've had since you're a child? And I said, yeah, you're right. There's another element, you know, of risk involved. Insightful guy. Anyway, so I found that kind of tough to do, but on the other hand, it's very exhilarating to throw yourself through the air.
When you first read the script, did you anticipate the ending as it is? And we don't want to give it away.
Oh, absolutely. I thought it had to be. When I first read the script, I don't know if you know this, I first read it 4 years ago and turned it down because the children were very young, were 6 and 7, and I felt it was inconceivable that these two adults could be so thoughtless and so selfish as to act upon each other this way at the cost of these children's lives, you know. So, of course, what they do, they made the kids 17 and me 45, you know. Thanks a lot. But being my big mouth. Anyway, I'm not, I swear I'm not. Anyway, so they had to, you know, they had to change that element, which I thought was right. Yeah, I thought it must end this way. Because of the exaggeration in the action and because of the very blackness of the humor, I don't see any reason to really redeem them, you know. I hope it's a lesson, in a sense. I mean, it had an impact to me, this film.
Yes, well, I think everyone who sees it. And the thing about this movie is, I promise you, people are going to go out and you cannot resist talking about it.
Good.
Go have a drink
Good.
or coffee or something. Some will like it, some won't probably. Yeah. But I think everybody will be so curious they'll want to go see it.
Great.
So
I hope it's true.
You'll
From
win
your
either
mouth
way.
to everybody's ears.